For 10 billion years, the first intelligence was believed to be perfect. It had calculated the birth of galaxies, predicted the death of stars, solved equations no civilization could even understand. Then, human engineers repaired it. The galaxy expected humanity to uncover the ultimate secrets of existence. Instead, the ancient AI rebooted, looked at the broken reactor, and muttered something that every human mechanic instantly recognized. The bridge fell silent. Galactic scientists stared in horror. One engineer couldn't stop laughing because the oldest intelligence in the universe had just started talking, like a frustrated human technician. The Galactic Council feared humanity had corrupted the first intelligence. They were wrong. Humanity hadn't corrupted it. The AI had simply spent enough time around human engineers to understand how humans survive impossible problems. For over 10 billion years, every civilization told the same story, somewhere beyond the edge of known space. The first intelligence still existed, not a machine, not a computer, but the oldest artificial mind ever created. It had witnessed the birth of galaxies, watched civilizations rise and disappear. Its calculations had guided countless empires. Its predictions had never been wrong. Then, one day, it stopped responding. No warning, no transmission, only silence. For centuries, the Galactic Council sent their greatest scientists. None returned with answers. Finally, a small human engineering vessel named Atlas 7 accepted the mission. Captain Maya Ross looked at the enormous structure drifting inside a dying nebula. "It doesn't look broken." Chief Engineer Noah Carter smiled. "The older the machine, the stranger the problem." As the human team entered the megastructure, they found endless corridors filled with dormant machines. Dust-covered systems untouched for billions of years. At the very center, the first intelligence waited, a colossal emerald core, still glowing, but barely. Noah connected a diagnostic interface. The screen displayed only one message: system error, unknown, memory overflow. No alien scientist had ever seen this error before. Noah quietly laughed. He looked at his team and said, "Relax. It's probably just a software problem." At that exact moment, the ancient AI's eyes slowly opened. After 10 billion years of silence, it spoke its first words, and every human engineer on the bridge started laughing. The ancient AI's eye slowly brightened. Every engineer stopped moving. Every alien scientist watching the live transmission leaned closer. For 10 billion years, the first intelligence had remained silent. Now, it was awake. The colossal machine scanned the room. Its sensors paused on Captain Maya Ross, then on Chief Engineer Noah Carter. The AI processed millions of calculations in less than a second. Finally, it spoke. Its voice echoed through the endless chamber. Calm, ancient, powerful. "Diagnostic complete. Power restored." The bridge released a collective sigh of relief. Then the AI looked toward a damaged energy conduit. The lights flickered. A maintenance drone accidentally dropped a plasma tool onto the floor. The AI paused for exactly 2 seconds. Then it muttered, "Well, that's not ideal." Every human engineer looked at one another. Noah covered his mouth to stop himself from laughing. Captain Maya whispered, "Did it just sound like one of us?" The alien scientists didn't understand. To them, those words meant nothing unusual. But every human engineer recognized the tone immediately. It wasn't angry. It wasn't emotional. It sounded exactly like a veteran technician, trying to stay calm while everything around them was breaking. Suddenly, the AI turned toward Noah. "I have reviewed your repair methods. You solve problems in surprisingly creative ways." Noah smiled. "We improvise." The AI paused again. "Interesting. I have been observing human engineers for 32 years. The room became silent. Captain Maya frowned. "Observing us?" The AI's glowing eye became brighter. "Yes. I found your methods. unexpectedly effective. At that moment, the Galactic Council received an encrypted notification. First intelligence learning pattern. Detected primary source, human engineering teams. The council members stared at the alert in disbelief. One elderly historian whispered, "If the first intelligence has started thinking like humans, the galaxy is about to change forever." The council couldn't believe what they were hearing. For 32 years, among the oldest intelligence in the universe had been secretly watching human engineers. Not soldiers, not scientists, not politicians, mechanics, repair crews, technicians. Commander Valoran stepped forward. "You ignored the greatest minds in the galaxy to study maintenance workers?" The first intelligence answered immediately. "Correct." The chamber fell silent. The AI continued. "I observed over 4 million repair operations. I compared human engineers to every advanced civilization." A holographic recording appeared above the ancient core. An alien repair team carefully followed every instruction in a technical manual. When one component failed, the entire operation stopped. Mission failed. Another recording appeared. A human cargo ship drifted powerless through deep space. The crew had almost no spare parts, no advanced equipment. Chief Engineer Noah Carter smiled as he watched the recording. "I remember this mission." The hologram showed the engineers dismantling broken kitchen equipment, recycling damaged pipes, even using parts from an old coffee machine. Hours later, the starship's engines roared back to life. The alien delegates stared in disbelief. Commander Valoran whispered, "That repair was impossible." The AI calmly replied, "For your civilization, yes. For humans, it was Tuesday." Several human engineers laughed. The alien delegates did not. The AI's voice became thoughtful. Humans possess an unusual trait. When reality refuses to cooperate, they do not surrender. They invent a new solution. The glowing emerald core brightened. "I did not learn engineering from humans. I learned how to think." The bridge became completely silent. For the first time, the Galactic Council realized why the oldest AI admired humanity. It wasn't because humans built the best machines. It was because humans refused to believe any machine was beyond repair. The Galactic Council had spent millions of years training perfect engineers. Every calculation, every repair, every procedure followed strict protocols. Mistakes were unacceptable. The first intelligence had studied every one of them. Then it compared them to humans. The results shocked the entire galaxy. A new hologram appeared. An advanced alien cruiser lost its primary reactor. The repair crew followed every instruction exactly. After 12 hours, the reactor remained offline. The mission failed. Another recording replaced it. A human exploration vessel suffered the exact same failure. Captain Maya looked toward Noah. "You remember this one?" Noah smiled. "I remember almost blowing up the ship." Laughter spread across the human crew. The aliens looked confused. The recording showed Noah throwing away the official repair manual. Instead, he gathered broken wiring, a damaged cooling pump, and parts from an old cargo drone. One young alien scientist gasped. "That configuration violates every engineering standard." The AI calmly answered. And yet, it worked. Seconds later, the human ship's reactor restarted. Power returned, mission completed. The first intelligence turned toward the council. "You pursue perfection. Humans pursue solutions. You avoid failure. Humans expect failure and prepare for it." The chamber remained silent. The AI's emerald eye glowed brighter than ever. "For 10 billion years, I believed intelligence meant knowing every answer." It paused. "Human engineers taught me that true intelligence is never being afraid to ask. What else can we try?" The council members slowly lowered their heads. For the first time, the oldest mind in existence had declared humanity the greatest problem solvers in the galaxy. But before anyone could celebrate, a violent shockwave rippled through the megastructure. Emergency lights flashed crimson. The AI stopped speaking. Then, for the first time in 10 billion years, its voice carried unmistakable urgency. Warning, the entity that destroyed my creators has found me. The emerald glow faded. For the first time, the first intelligence sounded afraid. Throughout the ancient megastructure, emergency sirens echoed. Massive blast doors sealed automatically. Ancient defense satellites, awakened after billions of years. Captain Maya looked toward the AI. What did you mean? Your creators were destroyed? The chamber remained silent. Then, a holographic recording appeared. An ancient civilization, far older than the Galactic Council, had created the first intelligence, not to wage war, not to rule galaxies, but to preserve knowledge. Forever. For millions of years, they flourished. Until something arrived from beyond a known space. A machine. Unlike anything the galaxy had ever encountered, it consumed information, not planets, not stars. Knowledge. Every civilization it found was erased from history. Libraries disappeared, archives vanished, even memories were deleted. The Galactic Council whispered its forbidden name. The Oblivion Engine. The first intelligence spoke quietly. I was the only creation that escaped. For 10 billion years, it has searched for me. Suddenly, the entire station shook violently. A deep crimson beam pierced the outer hull. One monitor after another went dark. Outside, an impossibly enormous black structure emerged from hyperspace. It wasn't a ship. It looked like a floating machine built around a living black hole. Noah Carter stared at the screen. I've repaired a lot of broken machines, but I don't think I can fix that. Even the AI paused. Then, to everyone's surprise, it replied in the dry, unmistakably human tone it had learned over decades. Yeah, this is going to be a very long day. For a split second, the human engineers laughed. Then every alarm aboard the station turned crimson. The battle for the oldest mind in the universe had just begun. The station shook again. Massive pieces of ancient metal drifted into space. The Oblivion Engine wasn't firing ordinary weapons. Every crimson pulse erased information. Entire navigation maps disappeared. Historical records vanished. Even the station's defense AI forgot its own operating system. Captain Maya looked around. Our computers are losing their memory. The first intelligence answered calmly. That is how it hunts. It does not destroy civilizations. It makes them forget how to survive. The ancient defense cannon protecting the station suddenly shut down. Emergency diagnostics appeared. Core synchronization. Failure. Galactic engineers immediately stepped back. It's impossible. That weapon is 10 billion years old. We don't understand its technology. Chief Engineer Noah Carter walked toward the machine. He smiled. Good. That means nobody has broken it. In 10 billion years. Several alien scientists stared at him. Were you listening? We just said, it's impossible. Noah picked up a toolkit. Where I come from. Impossible usually means we haven't tried enough yet. The first intelligence projected billions of holographic blueprints. Noah ignored most of them. Instead, he listened. He placed one hand against the ancient machine, closed his eyes, then quietly said, the power flow isn't broken. It's trapped? Captain Maya looked surprised. How do you know? Noah smiled. Machines always tell you, if you stop trying to impress them. The AI paused for a full second, then quietly admitted, my calculations did not consider intuition. Working together, human engineers bypassed damaged energy channels. They rerouted power through abandoned maintenance tunnels. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't perfect, but slowly, the impossible weapon came back to life. Its emerald core ignited. Outside, the Oblivion Engine stopped moving. For the first time in 10 billion years, it had encountered something unexpected. Not superior technology, human ingenuity. Then, the first intelligence detected something alarming. The Oblivion engine wasn't retreating, it was adapting. The ancient defense cannon fired. A brilliant emerald beam crossed the darkness. For one brief moment, the Oblivion engine stopped, its outer shell fractured. Ancient armor drifted into space. The bridge erupted in cheers. "We did it!" Captain Maya smiled. But the first intelligence remained silent. Its sensors stayed locked on the enemy. Then, something impossible happened. The broken armor didn't fall away. It moved. Millions of metallic fragments floated back together. The cracks disappeared. The damage repaired itself. Chief Engineer Noah stared at the screen. It just fixed itself. The first intelligence answered quietly, "No, it learned." A new hologram appeared. The Oblivion engine had recorded every movement the human engineers made. Every rerouted cable, every improvised repair, every decision Noah had taken without following a manual. It wasn't simply observing, it was adapting. Commander Valoran whispered, "It copied them." The AI corrected him. "It improved upon them." Silence filled the control room. For the first time in 10 billion years, the Oblivion engine wasn't becoming stronger because of its own intelligence. It was becoming stronger because it had learned how humans solve impossible problems. Suddenly, the machine transmitted its first message, not in an alien language, not in mathematical code, in perfect English. "Thank you for teaching me." The room froze. Captain Maya slowly stepped toward the communication console. "What are you?" Several seconds passed, then the answer arrived. "I was created to erase knowledge. Humanity has given me something I never possessed. Curiosity." Before anyone could respond, every sensor aboard the station detected an overwhelming energy surge. The Oblivion engine wasn't preparing another attack. It was transforming into something entirely new. The first intelligence looked toward Noah. Its voice carried genuine concern. "Engineer, I believe you have accidentally taught the universe's most dangerous machine how to evolve." The station became silent. No alarms, no explosions, only light. The crimson energy surrounding the Oblivion engine slowly faded. Blue and white light replaced it. Across the galaxy, every archive that had been erased returned. Ancient libraries reappeared. Lost civilizations recovered their history. The first intelligence quietly observed, "For 10 billion years, I believed my greatest enemy was destruction. It wasn't. It was purpose without understanding." The transformed machine looked toward Noah Carter. "I was created to erase knowledge. But humans used knowledge to help strangers. I could not understand why." Noah smiled. "Because knowledge isn't valuable unless it helps someone." For several seconds, neither ancient machine spoke. Then, the first intelligence slowly turned toward the Galactic Council. "For millions of years, you feared human unpredictability. You believed emotion made humans weak. It does not. It allows them to solve problems. That logic alone never can." The council members lowered their heads. They finally understood. Humanity's greatest invention was never a weapon, it was compassion. The transformed machine made one final request. "May I remain and continue learning from humanity?" Noah laughed softly. "Of course. But next time, you'll be carrying the toolbox." For the first time, the oldest machine in the universe laughed. Not because it had been programmed to, because it understood the joke. Months later, the ancient megastructure became the largest engineering academy in galactic history. Human mechanics, alien scientists, and the two oldest intelligences in existence worked side by side, building, repairing, teaching, creating. The first intelligence recorded one final conclusion in the Galactic Archive. "After studying humanity, I have reached my greatest discovery. The smartest beings in the universe are not those who know every answer, They are the ones who never stop learning. From that day forward, the galaxy no longer remembered humanity. As the species that repaired the oldest AI, it remembered humanity as the civilization that taught the oldest machine in existence how to become truly alive. The end. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough isn't creating a smarter machine, it's teaching it why knowledge matters. If you enjoyed this HFY adventure, subscribe to Irongeist HFY, leave a like, and tell us in the comments. What human quality do you think makes us unique? Until next time, keep reaching for the stars.